Good evening. Good evening, good evening, good evening, alumni. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. It is back. It is Wild About Wiley Wednesday, 2026 edition. Yes, 2026 edition. Come on in, alumni. Come on in. Looking forward to tonight's live major announcement. So come on in. Don't forget to share and like when you come in. Don't forget to share and like. Please do, please do. As we are kicking off the first Wild About Wiley Wednesday for 2026. Yay! Happy New Year, alumni. Happy New Year. Keithley, what's going on? How are you, sir? How are you? How are you? How's it going? I am excited. I'm always excited though, right? I am always excited. I am. That's okay though. Come on in. Don't forget to like and share or tag an alumni. Major announcement. Yes, got a major announcement for you guys. Of course, we have our normal stuff because we are approaching founders. Yes, we're approaching founders. So I have information regarding that. So definitely, you want to hear about that. But we got a major announcement. Yes, we got a major announcement. Ramona, hello, sister. How are you? Good evening. Happy New Year. Although I've already told you that, but Happy New Year. Thanks for being here. Don't forget to share this out. Tag Ramona, if you can tag the Houston Wiley Club, so that way they can get the notification that it is live. You can tag them in the comments. But as you come in, don't forget to like and share. This is Wild About Wiley Wednesday, the 2026 edition. Yeah. LaRonia, what's going on? Hello. Happy New Year. Or as some of the folks say, Happy New Year's, as if it's more than 1 year, but that's so funny. Every time I hear that, that's so funny. But yeah, come on in. Got some things to discuss and talk to you guys about that we need to be tuned in about, okay? As you know, this is an even year. We are doing even year elections this year, which includes my role, president. It includes president. So we will be having elections during our founders meeting, which is the weekend of the 19th through the 22nd. That's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That is founders weekend for 2026. Okay. So we want you to be tuned in when the mail out goes out. It's going to go out later on this month. That's going to have all the information, the nomination forms, all of that information. You're going to receive that this month, or whenever the post office decides to deliver it. I should say that, right? So definitely be on the lookout for that. It'll have all the information in there, all the guidance in there to help you with nominating people for the offices that are available for elections this year. So be tuned in for that. And LaRonia, if you happen to have those offices, can you just type that in the chat at some point so that way somebody can go back and see it later? President, recording secretary, I think is up. So please put those in there for me. Hello, Stacy. How are you? I see Marion. How are you? I think I saw Monica jump in here. Hey, Monica. What's up, sis? J15 loading, right, people? Y'all gonna get tired of us come Sunday, but that's okay. That's okay. You expect it. You expect it. I'm gonna do the wicked flip your hair. Yes. So it is January 7th. I'm so excited for Wild About Wiley Wednesday that it is back. I'm not going to be on here long with you guys. I don't have a whole lot to share, but I got a major announcement to share. And I'm going to be doing some things differently on some of these Wild About Wiley Wednesdays. My term as president is ending March 31st, 2026. And so, yay, right? So I want to just make sure that we have great information, that we go out with a bang here with this administration, and to really make our Wild About Wiley Wednesdays a lot more fun and lively as they've always been. And you all have always been engaged. And I always see who my top engagers are and my top contributors are. I see the analytics for that. And so that's always super cool and fun to see that. Hey, Alvina, what's going on? What's going on? I appreciate my officers. These are always my loyal officers that always jump on the Facebook Live. Rose would be here too, but Rose don't have Facebook. So Rose will watch it on YouTube. But I always appreciate you guys being on here for the last 4 years. Thank you very much for your support. So again, Founders is coming up the weekend of the 19th through the 22nd. So mark your calendars for that. Don't forget to book your room, your hotel room, because you know Marshall, Texas has the only court for, trademark or whatever. The trademark office is in Marshall, and so they tend to fill up with hearings and court cases and judges, and everybody else is here, and attorneys that are in Marshall. So make sure that you get your room and you book that ahead of time. I mentioned the elections. Be looking out for that information. Ramona Bailey is going to serve as our chair for Ramona Bailey Williams will serve as our elections chair again this year. She did an amazing job last year, and she was dedicated and committed in doing it again this year, and so we appreciate it. So last year was good because it was electronic. It's even going to be better this year. It's going to be even better this year. So I'm looking forward to Ramona and her team putting together a smooth election. So we ask all of you all to make sure that you're ready for the information that goes out. Now, we don't have the founder schedule yet. We're waiting. The university alumni office and institutional advancement office will be meeting with the president and the student affairs office. All of them are meeting, if I'm not mistaken, tomorrow with the founders planning meeting they're having, where they're going to go through all of the various different activities and what the president wants and what the students want, so that they can come up with the schedule for founders. So we have to wait until they give us the okay as far as our locations. We provide them with our wants, right, and our needs. We need hybrid, we need technology, we need a big room. We need those kinds of things in preparation for our activities. So we did provide Wiley with our activities and what we would like to do and that kind of thing, so they know exactly what we want to do. And then tomorrow they'll talk about it, put the schedule together, and go from there. So we are looking forward to hearing back from the university as far as what we provided them as our draft proposal of activities will be accepted, and then we can include that in the mail out, so that way you'll have the schedule. But that's the way it works. We don't get to just pounce up on the campus and say, hey, we're going to be here on Friday, we're going to be here on Saturday, and this is what we want and do. We have to give them our activities, and then then the students, talk about whatever they want. The student leaders talk about whatever they want. Then the president figures out, what's going to happen, and then make sure that we're good. Now, last year, what they did differently was that they gave the Alumni Association all of Saturday for our activities. So our events, our pinning, our meeting, all of that was all on Saturday. And then they did all of their stuff on Friday. Wiley did all of their stuff on Friday. So it could be that way again this year. But again, they're meeting tomorrow to decide on how that format is going to be. As always, Marshall Wiley Club, they got the lock on Thursday. Thursday night is always Marshall Wiley Club in the ballroom. Far as I know, that is on lock. That is for sure pinned in, not penciled in. I think that is pinned in. So that we know is going to happen. So if you can get there on Thursday, please get there on Thursday, because we always have the convocation on Friday morning, and we want you to be there for that. So keep that in mind as well. So now, few things that's going to change with the Wild About Wiley Wednesday, or just additions. We're going to have additional people that will be interviewing, coming on with me to give announcements and just give updates and ask and explanations and just kind of give clarifications to the things that the university is doing. So we have a new vice president over at the Institutional Advancement Office, and her name is Juliet Christopher. So she just started literally like the first day was like the first day of homecoming was her first day on the job. So homecoming week was like her first week working there. And so she is now the VP of Institutional Advancement. Now, Dr. Bradley did not get fired, not a possibility. But Dr. Bradley went back to her normal role, being the COO, instead of doing both jobs. So now she's back over where she originally was without that added responsibility that she was having with the Institutional Advancement Office. So we actually have somebody hired and looking forward to that. I've met with her a couple times already. Wonderful young lady, very nice, pleasant, easy to talk to. She's talks clearly about her goals and objectives of what this office will be. Her parents are alumni of Wiley. So she does have a Wiley connection. So she does have some skin in the game, if I could say. She got some skin in the game. Thanks, Laronia, for posting that for me. Founders Date again is the 19th, which is a Thursday, through Sunday the 22nd. Thanks, Laronia. Oh, Marion is coming from Virginia. Ooh, fun times. Okay. We want you to come from Virginia, from the DMV club. We like that. So I am going to interview VP Christopher on Wild About Wiley Wednesday on the last Wednesday of this month, if I'm not mistaken. So it's going to be on the last Wednesday of this month. I try not to do Wild About Wiley Wednesdays every week because there may not be anything to discuss or announce, but she will be here with me on the last Wednesday of this month. Okay, so we look forward to that. And then the big announcement, if you all haven't seen it yet, but there's a save the date on Wiley's pages, their Instagram page and their Facebook page, that Wiley has a collaboration with Exclusive HBCU. So I don't know if y'all have ever seen Exclusive HBCU, but they always have all the paraphernalia from the universities and things like that, the cardigans and the jackets and all the and then they have those boxes, they have those exclusive boxes, and they have different boxes for the different universities, and they always did like Howard and FAMU and Spelman and all these other schools, but Wiley and Dr. Bradley and Felton and, all the hands they got in it, and was like, you know what we're going to call, and we're going to get Wiley on there, right? Because we don't ever see our stuff out there, but it's out there. So now it's out there. We have a collaboration with Exclusive HBCU, and there's going to be boxes again. It's going to be boxes again. Yeah. It's going to be boxes again. So we're looking forward to that because they have some really cool stuff from what I've seen from the other schools and things like that. I've been following them for a few years. So they have some really good stuff, really quality stuff. They also have a video about their, it's a flannel jacket, and they use the prototype they used was Wiley University. So I posted that on the Alumni Facebook page. So go and check that out when this live is over. I did forward that video where you can see the young lady come out the house, and she holds up the little flannel jacket, and it says Wiley University Wildcats. Wow, right? So I always get excited when I see Wiley University's name in print, and it's somewhere else but on my back, right? So I love that. So I'm looking forward to that. So be on the lookout. There's going to be more information regarding this collaboration and what those boxes are going to be. I know when Wiley had boxes the last time, A lot of you all weren't able to get in on that, and they had the vest and those kinds of things, and you all still wanted those, and they ran out of those because it was only so many made. So now we're with exclusive HBCU, and you get that opportunity again. So get your coins together and be ready for those boxes. It is going to be a big fundraiser that VP Christopher, she'll talk about that some more when she comes on at the end of the month. But the big fundraiser that we are going to be announcing that we have to, where I know you all have heard that Wiley received, or UNCF received, a lot of money, millions of dollars. And in order for us to tap into that money and make that money multiply, each UNCF school has to, we're getting 5 million, but each school has to raise 5 million in order to get it matched. So big campaign that we need to get on board with. So that's going to, she's going to discuss more of that and the intricacies of what that is and what that entails. And so, and I'm sure she's going to have an ask for the Alumni Association, right? She'll ask the Alumni Association for help, as well as all the alumni. I gave her some strategies since she and I have been talking since November or October, you know, just really trying to pull together our clubs and our resources from our clubs, and finding people who match dollars, and just really having our alumni tap into all these companies and organizations that match money. And we want to be able to pool our money and do various different avenues, so that way we can help the institution raise this money so that we can get that $10 million, okay? A total of 10 million, which actually pulls over into more than $200,000, because if all the institutions do it, all 37 of the UNCF institutions do it, and it becomes a pooled fund, and I'm just trying to give you the USA Today version, pool funds, and those pool funds will then be earning interest, and then all the UNCF schools will be able to tap into that aggregated pot. So it's not like we just get 10 million, we get the pot, we get access to the entire pot, as well as the interest that's going to grow off of that. And we don't even have to touch the principal. When you got that kind of money, you can just, the school can operate in various different means just off the interest alone. So if you know anything about finances and carrying the one, you kind of know what I mean by that. So we're going to get more information about that from VP Christopher when she comes on at the end of the month with me. All right, so I am excited about that. I really am excited about that. I'm looking forward to hearing what's going to happen with founders and founders. The students will be on campus, so the school has made a concerted effort to make sure that spring break doesn't fall at the same time as founders, because, you know, we ran into that before where students weren't on campus and it was kind of like dead around there, which then makes founders kind of dead, because then alumni don't get to engage with the students if they're out on spring break. And then the school would then make some of the people stay, like the leaders and that kind of thing, stay and miss out a little bit on their spring break because they needed to be on campus, because they were leaders to actually greet and be here with the alumni. So to avoid all of that and everyone to be able to enjoy their spring break, it is not at the same time. So yay about that. All right. So yay. I'm excited. All right. Now, today's Wild About Wiley Wednesday, I have some trivia questions. And please feel free to put any questions or comments inside of the chat. Good, bad, or indifferent. I got thick skin. It don't bother me. Whatever your question is, whatever your comment is. What's up, Chuck? How are you, Chuck? What's going on? Chuck, where are you from? Where are you from, sir? Where do you live? All right, so here we go with some trivia. Now, I know some of y'all gonna be nervous. Y'all ain't gonna want to do this. However, there is a little camera button on your phone or whatever device that you're on that has a person, and then it has a little square with a person in it. And if you touch that and ask me to come on screen, you can answer this trivia question in person on screen with me. Anybody brave enough to do that? You want to answer the question? Anybody? Anybody brave? Somebody be brave. Just, be brave. You can even come on and keep your camera off. And so all we hear is your voice. You can do that too if you're camera shy. I'm camera shy too. I couldn't even say that with a straight face. Yeah, I couldn't say that with a straight face, but Monica's like, oh no. Hey, Patricia, how are you? How are you? All right, all right. I didn't think anybody was going to be brave enough to come on camera to answer the question. So there is a delay when you type in the chat, okay? So there is a delay. So you have to give me a second, and then I have to make sure I, wait a second before moving on to the next question, okay? So, and then whoever types it first, all right, will get it. It's really not a prize for it until you get the founders or something like that. I may have some prizes for you, virtual prizes right now until we get in person. All right. So let's see. Which alumni? Hello, Nina. How are you? How are you? What's going on? Happy New Year. Which alumni desegregated the University of Texas Law School? Which alumni desegregated the University of Texas Law School? If you want a 50-50, where I can give you, we can give you 4 names or something, and you want to phone a friend, I'm watching the chat. Which alumni desegregated the University of Texas Law School? Type it in the chat. Don't be looking it up either. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I don't see no comment. Is it James Farmer, Thurgood Marshall, Johnny Crockett, or Heman Sweat? James Farmer, Thurgood Marshall, Johnny Crockett, or Heman Sweat? Which one of those alumni desegregated the University of Texas Law School? I don't see nobody typing. All right, nobody got that one yet. Okay, we're going to leave that one alone for next time. It's Heman Sweat. Heman Sweat desegregated the University of Texas Law School. Of course, it wasn't Johnny Crockett because Johnny Crockett is not an alumni of Wiley, okay? And nor is Thurgood Marshall. So we knew it wasn't those two, right? So it had to be, it had to be somebody else. All right? Okay. Next question. Next question. Keithley, and you can, if you want to answer this, you can hit the little camera button and come on camera and give your response. If you're brave enough. If you're brave enough. Hello, Eloise. How are you, my sis? All right. Who is one of the longest serving presidents in higher education history and the longest at Wiley? Who is one of the longest serving presidents in higher education history, in all the history of higher education, colleges and universities, and the longest at Wiley? Who was that? Keithley, you're going to hit the camera and come on and give your response. Send me a request to put you on camera. You know who that is? Or you all can type it in the chat. Anybody? Anybody? Shortly after which major U.S. event? I was getting some goofy my connection there. Shortly after which major U.S. event? He talking about you killing me. Did you say Rogan? You were trying to say Dogan. Typo, huh? Okay. Wiley University was founded shortly after which major U.S. event? Which major U.S. event? Dr. Ernest Campbell. Is that you're tagging somebody to come in here? They must be the trivia buff. Ernest Campbell, you tagging them to come in. You phoning a friend, Stacy? Good job. Yes, good job, Keithley. The Civil War. That's when Wiley was founded, just after the Civil War. Good job. All right. Let me see. Wiley University helped advance African American education during which era? During which era? Space Age, Industrial Revolution, Reconstruction and Jim Crow, or the colonial period? Wiley University helped advance African American education during which era? Space Age, Industrial Revolution, Reconstruction and Jim Crow, colonial period. Don't y'all be using ChatGPT, Google, and all that? Wiley University helped advance African American education during which era? ERA. Space Age, Industrial Revolution, Reconstruction and Jim Crow, and colonial period. Yes, Reconstruction and Jim Crow. Because remember, it was just after the Civil War, Jim Crow, right? The Reconstruction after the war, right? Yeah, good job, Monica and Keithley. Yes, 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 that is correct. That is correct. All right, last one for tonight. Last one for tonight. This is a hard one. And then I'll give you a bonus question. What are the 6 tenets of Wiley's strategic value proposition? It's like our pillars. The 6 tenets of Wiley's strategic value proposition. It's 6. That's a clue. Pillars. Who can name as many as they can name? I'll give you a hint in a few seconds once I take a sip. What's the 6 tenets of Wiley's value proposition? Clue, you see them every time you drive to the ballroom or student union building. Monica talking about I need another phone. No. You see them, the 6 tenets, every time you go to the ballroom, the student union building, or the Smith Nooks building, or if you're driving to the president's office, you see these 6 items, these 6 tenets. It's on the wall on our street, on Wiley Avenue. It's on the wall that slants down. That many folks that slid down and falling down. Got the steep stairs, and you go down the stairs in order to go across the street into the student union. It's along that wall. All 6 of them. Now y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's one. Yes, that's one. Good job, Veronia. Yep, that's one. You can think of another one. It's an obvious, right? It's an obvious one. LaRonia gave y'all a hint, so now y'all know where I'm going with this. Maybe y'all don't. Scholars. He talking about no. He said, no, you don't know where I'm going with this. All right. Scholars. Debaters. Athletes. Activists. Vocalists. And leaders. You got that half right, Stacy. And leaders. Those are the 6 tenets of Wiley's strategic value proposition. Yeah. I know they're hard. Aren't these questions kind of hard? I know. But I'm just, when you hear it, then y'all will know, right? Like, oh, what's Wiley's value proposition? What's our strategic value proposition? It's those 6 tenets that bases our value proposition. If you're trying to recruit somebody, or you want to tell them about Wiley and you want to tell them in a snippet, or if it's your elevator speech, then you can give them those 6 tenets, that this is our strategic value proposition. Yeah, right? Yeah. Okay. Bonus question. We're going to go back to the longest serving president at Wiley. Who knows how many years Matthew Dogan, Dr. Dogan, served at Wiley? How many years? How many years did Dogan serve at Wiley? I can't imagine nobody being president that long. How many years? If you have a souvenir booklet, it's in the souvenir booklet. You can phone a friend. How many years did Dogan serve as president of Wiley University? Well, Wiley College at the time, but it probably was Wiley College, Wiley University. Nope. Longest in the history of higher education. One of the longest in higher education, but the longest at Wiley. Not 12. $46. Good job, Elvina. 46. Dr. Dogan was president at Wiley for 46 years. What? Like, what? His kids, grandkids, great-great-grands, all of them was raised at Wiley, right? Like, what? 46 years? He was president as long as he probably was married before he passed away. Like, what? Yeah. So, that was the bonus question. So, hopefully, good job. Woo! Yes, good job. So, hopefully, y'all enjoyed that. I will have some more trivia questions at our next Wild About Wiley Wednesday. I figured this would be kind of fun to give some history of the university, especially for people who may not know, a lot about the inside fruit and some of the other things that happen at Wiley, like SWAC. Like, Wiley was SWAC, right? Like, we was SWAC. And how we help Texas Southern and keep Texas Southern open, and just all these little things that a lot of alumni don't really know that Wiley offers, and the history behind it. Okay, so I want to make sure that I bring some more of that, as well as the National Alumni Association. I'll be bringing some history of the NAA and as well. Yeah. Oh, good. Thank you, Keithley. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoyed that. So if there are any questions, you always know, throw a comment in the chat. I will respond to those. Or you can DM me, send me a direct message. You can call me, text me, send a pigeon, send a drone. It doesn't matter. I will respond. Whatever you need to know from me. If you need any assistance with anything, please let me know. Once we send that information out regarding founders and the nominations and elections and that kind of thing, the president kind of stays away. I kind of stay out of that mix for neutral purposes, but I'm not running. So I don't necessarily have to be completely hands off. If you have a question or something to that extent, you can ask me. But once you get the document and that kind of thing, then you're going to ask Ramona. She'll have her information on there as well. I'm glad to hear that. Thanks, Stacy. Yeah, please come back again for Wild About Wiley Wednesday. It'll be in 2 weeks. It won't be next week. I'll be in the DMV area. Yeah, I'll be in the DMV area. I actually on the plane, so I won't even be. I'll be just coming back or whatever. So, and that probably wouldn't work out too well if I'm sitting in the airport trying to do WWW, right? So anyway, let me know if you have any questions, if there's anything I can do for you, until our next one, which will likely be on January 21st, which is when I am expecting exclusive HBCU to be here with me as well. And the institution will be here with me too at that time. So we look forward to having you with me on the 21st. Miss Salas, many of you all know our social media person. Miss Salas will be here on that Facebook Live as well. So woohoo! I'm excited about that. So you all have a good evening. Thanks for playing along with the trivia. And then I will talk to you guys soon. Have a wonderful evening and the rest of your week to be joyous and safe. Bye. Yes. Thank you, Monica. Outstanding alum and outstanding young alum in March. So outstanding alum is someone who's graduated after 10 years. They called it Hall of Fame at the UNCF. And then our outstanding alum is someone who's graduated within 10 years that have done outstanding service. They have made an impact at the institution. They've given to the institution and have just really made an impact, whether it's at their church, in the community, at Wiley, however that is, you will be able to nominate people for that. So thank you, Monica, for the reminder of those 2 rows as well. Hey, Kevin, how are you? Thanks for jumping in. And I will see you next time. Much love, alumni. See you soon.